This is the SpWz Wizard, game number 34 in the Elliptic Streak. If I win this one, I have 3 free games coming up, so I will beat my personal best. If I win this one, I'm like 99% sure, because it's 2 trolls and a gargoyle berserker, so it would be pretty hard to lose those games, I think, no matter what the game throws at me. Although I guess the gargoyle could possibly get, I don't know, smited down or something by a priest. I just doubt it. But before we get there, we need to actually win this wizard, which is you know, it seems like we're pretty far along, but you never know. On a SpWz especially, you just never know. A lot of dangerous things can happen. So we've been using some of my favorite spells. I was training up shields because, well, we're very far along in our casting, so really just care about my defenses right now. Would be nice if I could use a staff at the same time as the buckler, but that's just not the case. Anyway, I think I'm going to stick with my training here. Fighting to 10, shields to 7.2. We're pretty much good to go in terms of the spells. I'll probably get some unarmed combat so I can do a little bit of tabbing. But for the time being, why don't we just start doing the vaults. Alright, well that is a potential crystal spear in my face. Let's go up. Wow, am I lagging? Yeah, maybe not. Okay. Slightly unresponsive here. Maybe, maybe Barotato is lagging tonight. I don't know. But hopefully that doesn't keep up, or else I'm going to have a little problem. Alright, it's interesting. He was Word of Recalling when we went up, and he stopped Word of Recalling when I came back down. Like he hadn't summoned anything as far as I can tell. That's interesting. Can't use this helmet. My head is too small, and we've already got the crown, so why would I even want to switch off, you know? Discovered something interesting today. Well, actually, it's more like my friend Doesn't He just told me about it. Apparently, Spriggans can use arbalests even though they're tiny. So it wouldn't be a terrible play. Plus, the aptitude is actually 0, which is actually not bad. So something to keep in mind. Perhaps on my Spriggan Arcane Marksman a while back, I should have gone with crossbows. I probably should have. Yeah, man, the crown's great. Staff of Energy is MVP for Spriggan. It is, but we have 23.5 spellcasting, so you can imagine that I don't even need the Staff of Energy anymore. All my stuff is hungerless, you see. You know what, let's stay back from these dudes. I don't really want to be in melee with them if I can avoid it. Dang. I'll just use some of these wands of flame. Getting rid of them soon anyway. Probably going to start using statue form. In fact, why don't we see how this goes? We're in stat form. Everything's still hungerless. We're not getting intelligence from any of our items. And honestly, this is melding all the stuff I'm not using anyway. The only thing I'm missing is, you know, ArcMagi. So yeah, this works just fine. So we'll just run up to things in stat form, and we will irradiate them if there's big crowds of stuff that looks hard to kill. Kind of the same thing I was doing in Elf. Oops. See? Wipes it out very easily. There's a cloak there. I don't know how much I care about it. I should probably identify it, I guess. Just to know what it is. But I need to drop some stuff. We can start with Wand of Flame. We shouldn't need that ever again. Cloak of Invis, okay. That might have been cute if we had found it earlier on, since Invis can make Spriggans have a easier, earlier mid-game, but didn't, so. That's fine, though. Okay, so we have MR, right? In fact, I think we're immune to Ancient Liches, so. And soon we won't even need to wear this Pro Magic anymore. We'll have phasing instead, so it's pretty sweet. This is not the OC. Actually, no, it is the LCS Mage. I should be a little careful then. Block the path. Crap. Got him. Real tempted to start training on armed combat soon. Basically just so I can tab, you know. Which is a little bit, I mean, I guess you could say it's reckless. But at the same time, it really will save me a lot of time. Hmm. 34% chance to paralyze or petrify this guy. Casual 45 AC Spriggan. To be fair, some of that is from my Falchion. But yeah. I don't want to cast Irradiate because it does tons of damage. And this dude has his, he had Injury Mirror up, but now he doesn't, so. There we go. You know what? We have MO. Whoa, hey fellas. That would have been nice to know about. Paralyze him. Doesn't want to get paralyzed. Okay. He can do an awful lot of damage to me, even through my AC. I don't want to use Blink though, so I'm just going to Fear. There we go. $43 acid. Oh, yeah, we found a ton of shops. I actually burnt all my gold on it earlier. It was great. Oops, this guy is now hostile. I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I tallied. Who took over the stream? Are you referring to my usual profligacy? I'll have you know I was very good about my spending today. Damn, a lot of guys here. I'm gonna burn another telly. I just messed up and did this wrong. It's okay. All right. Five Guys order a nice burger. I had some Five Guys the other day. It was great. I love that place. Five Guys, if you're listening, I'll take a sponsorship, please. All right, we're going to buy all these potions except for Lig. No need for Ligma. Okay, we're marked, so we're going to go up. It's actually going to let me go up. I am tempted to just kill that stuff, but it's goofy. We're finally training on armed combat. It'll be a little while, but we're going to get it to a nice place. Okay, magical. We got barricaded. I knew that would happen. That's fine. You know what? I am going to MO this stuff now that I'm healed again. Cool. What do I want to put my stats into? It's either strength or intelligence. I guess I really don't need any more int, do I? Strength is going to let me punch things, so get that. Okay, this is great. One more irradiate should clear the stuff around me. Perfect. It's basically the whole floor. I think I'm going to use my lightning rod. I have 22 ice blast. I probably shouldn't waste them. I mean, why would I need to? These guys are in fire, so I'm just going to wait. There we go. We'll just go up. Get my mana back. That was easy enough. How's that unarmed combat coming along? Magical barricade bars your way. Damn. Okay, we're in a lamp. I'm going to blow up the Crystal Guardian. That'll do tons of damage. To not just him, but everything around him. There we go. Gotta love it when your enemies' function is, you know, living bombs to blow up your other enemies. Really handy. It's one of those weird cases where I really don't mind being marked. You know, the fact that everything got drawn here has ended up working out quite well for me. How can I get him against a wall? We'll have to go this way. There we go. Go down. I'm a bit afraid of being next to this dude. Because it's like, if he had been an LCS guy, technically he can get 2 actions on me when I'm doing stuff in staff form. So that's a real fear in terms of, could the character just die? Because that's something like 200 damage if you were to cast LCS twice and roll real high. Now, I will say that is just hilariously unlikely to happen, considering that I have about 1 billion layers of defense in the way. I mean, technically with the fact that I have Guardian Spirit, let's go up. The fact that I have Guardian Spirit means I have almost like 150 hit points, and then when I'm in statue form that goes to about let's say 180. And so, you know, just the hit points alone, they would have to roll extremely high on the attacks on both LCSs to hit me. And then you have the fact that I have a C that is likely to block at least some of that, but not guaranteed because no GDR. And then I have really high EV, so I'm likely to dodge some of it. I mean, it just all kind of adds up, you know. Let's pull this guy up. Wow, dude. Okay. Heal wounds. Acid. There we go. St. Roca is always way beefier than I expect him to be. I'm lagging a little bit on my end, and that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I mean, still, I always underestimate just how tanky Roca can be. But yeah, anyway, this character just has like a lot of lines of defense that work really well against LCS. They don't work quite so well against Roca Smite, but like the shield, the D-missile, my AC, my EV, all that works just fine against most attacks. Most ranged attacks, anyway. Okay, we're going to buy the agility, we're going to buy the tele, we're going to buy the mute, and the box. Going to leave everything else. I don't need more books. Unarmed combat up to 4.8. I think we're good to start punching things. Let's see how it works out. Well, I'm going to blow up this guy. That wasn't going too well, so I used some evokes. Fire Dragon Scales, I don't care about that. Okay, we can punch through things now. Nice, and it's only going to get better from here. Very good. Could go ahead and do Crypt. I think I will. Brand weapon. Well, we certainly don't need any brand weapon. Okay, let's go down. Believe it or not, you can LRD these Revenants. Usually not that relevant, though. The big use of LRD in here is versus Cursed Skulls and the Ancient Champions. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm getting owned by this guy. Inexplicably. You had no idea that Revenants are LRDable? Well, their old tile didn't suggest it at all, and their new tile doesn't really suggest it either, to be honest. But if you look at the description of a Revenant, which, by the way, I thought a Revenant was like a spirit, and the tile makes it look like a... Yeah, right, it makes it look insubstantial. For some reason, being insubstantial is not a thing that's revealed to the player. So if I look at a Wisp, which is insubstantial, I mean, yeah, of course, if you think about it, it says floating gas, fine, it's probably insubstantial, but it's not revealed in the stat block. So I have no way of knowing for sure if the thing is immune to something like Vile Clutch or not. Sort of obnoxious. That's something I'd like to reveal in my fork. Whereas a Revenant, it says a skeletal form wreathed in cold blue fire. Now, the actual myth of a Revenant seems to be at odds with this, but that's fine. I'm just annoyed that you know, it doesn't, you know, it really should reveal whether it's insubstantial or not. And honestly, it should reveal that it's LRDable in the XV block as well. I don't know how you would do that, like what exactly you would write. Destructible maybe, I don't know. Revenants are dumb monsters. It's kinda. 2 LRDs and the cursed skull goes down. Ancient champion, we blow him up too. Tab the popcorn. It's kind of funny when you end up in stat form on a Spriggan, but I assure you it's good. Hey, Rogue Shenanigans. Deconstructible, yeah, that'd work. Alright. Let's go down. Maybe we should get behind this meme that descriptions shouldn't directly refer to game mechanics. I'll get beyond this meme. Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, this description to me is just fluff. And that's cool. There's a place for fluff. But this stat block down here should have all the crap that the player needs to know to be able to interact with this monster mechanically. And I mean with all mechanics. So even something as obscure as LRD, which is really not that obscure, you know, there should be categories or whatever that are listed here. And there are ways to keep that from becoming overblown. Because, I mean, I know that you're looking at something like, I don't know, like Darkest Dungeon. You're going to have a bit of a problem sometimes, but because the tooltips and whatnot are just huge. But I don't think that's really going to be a problem in DCSS, even if it was done my way. Wow, I really am lagging tonight. Wonder if it's my connection or if it's Barotato. Has anybody else been on Barotato tonight? Let's pull back here. We're marked, but I'm okay with it. Stat form on a vampire too tedious to be worth it? That's a great question. Do you mean Neo? Neo vampires? Because that's... Can you even go stat form on an old style vampire? I don't remember. 0.23. Yeah, I don't think vampires can transform in 0.23. Need to be above thirsty? You can? Okay. Why can't you LRD liches? Well, you see, liches have too much flesh on them, even though they're skeletons, I guess. I don't know. It's dumb. My unarmed combat's flying up. I'll just keep letting the lamp do the real work here. I think we just cleared the floor, more or less. Why not say adders are speed 12 or act 1.2 times per turn instead of very fast? Yeah, no, see, when you said description, I thought you meant the fluff description at the top. You mean the entire XV description. Yeah, I am entirely in agreement, my friend. I think that it is absurd that the game is made difficult by means of obscurity. I think that's a very bad thing to do, and I don't think it's good game design, personally. And I think it's something that the devs have clung to, mostly out of habit, not without, not from putting a lot of thought into it. You know, unfortunately, we're not living in the 90s anymore. GameFAQs has existed for a good long time. You know, you're going to have to accept that the player can look this stuff up if he wants to. So when you make it difficult for your player to look things up, you're not really doing yourself any favors, or you're not doing your player any favors. You're just making life hard for no particularly good reason. I'm doing great, brother. How are you? Let's pull this Jiangxi up. Outside of the lag, I'm doing great anyway. I have a little bit of lag here today. But we're not going to let that keep us down, are we? Sick as a dog, oh no. Winter? Well, you must be in a very different part of the world than me. Sorry about your luck, man. I'm feeling, not to rub it in your face, I'm feeling pretty healthy right now, actually. Had a really nice lift earlier. Australia? Does it even get cold in Australia? You know, I went to I went to New Zealand once, and it was their winter. And I think it was like 65 degrees outside. And the chick I was with was walking around in this like heavy leather coat. I'm like, are you serious? I was in like a t-shirt. I was just like, yeah, this is cool. I'm fine with this. Okay, I irradiated one too many times, but that's on purpose. Yeah, no, I know the summers and winters are reversed, but I'm saying like, does it even get that cold during the winter? As compared to, you know, Canada or the United States even. Oh, -3 degrees? Wow, in Australia. I have learned something today. Well, are we talking, yeah, that's gotta be Fahrenheit. This is too much crap, way too much crap. We have to tally out of this. Oh, Celsius? What is that in Fahrenheit? How many washing machines wide is your living room? You're the only ones that use Fahrenheit? Yeah, but we're the most important country in the world, right? So it's the right way. America. How's our unarmed combat coming along? Pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. -3 Celsius to Fahrenheit. 26.6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's fairly cold. It's definitely not as cold as I was originally thinking, though. When you're talking about negative temperatures in Fahrenheit, you're truly reaching some real coldness there. What is that in Celsius, actually? Let's just reverse this here. 0 Fahrenheit, Celsius. -17.7 degrees Celsius is roughly what I thought you meant. Alright. I'm slowly taken down these ancient champions. I just don't want to get iron shotted to death. Did I just get... Yeah, I just got an iron shot, damn. We have D-missiles, so I probably shouldn't be that worried, but I am, because it could just add up so fast. Hey bro, look at this guy, look at this big boss hog. He's wielding the sword of Zongeltrak. He's the king of the ancient champions. Haha, very funny, rogue shenanigans. I'm gonna make you eat my chlorinated chicken. I hear that's a big meme over in the UK. Something about you guys got you guys were gonna like trade some kind of it was some kind of trade deal about foodstuffs, and some American company was insisting that you never heard that in your life? Okay. I don't know, I dated this like super far left chick in the UK, and she was one of those like hardcore vote Remain people, and she kept telling me this story about chlorinated chicken and some kind of American company and how they insisted you guys do that. It sounded kind of dubious to me, I guess. I've never heard of anybody washing chicken in chlorine, personally. But I just assumed every British person was familiar with this story. Do I have Dispel Undead? Well, I have only 5 necromancy, so I don't know how much good it would do me. But no, I don't. I guess it's technically available in the Book of Death. Would that even be castable, I wonder? 3%? Yeah, it would be helpful. Oh, and I have the spell levels for it. You're right, I should get that. I mean, Irradiate's probably better, but that's only if I'm up next to them, which I very well might not be. Bro. Bro. I'm gonna use a holy word, just because that was spooking me too much. I was out of form and next to a hasted a hasted ancient champion. It just wasn't worth the trouble. I don't even have a license for my chlorinated chicken. Oh mate, you got a license for that TV? Got a license to dig that pond? Hey Krager, how you doing? Krager? Not sure how to say that. Dispel Undead. Let's learn it. Let's go to Crypts 3. Yep, you can totally get manuals for magic. In fact, there's one for sale in this game. It's poison magic. Yeah, I don't know anybody who actually has a TV TV license. Or pays for cable in my country. Right, okay, so BVC is what you want against these dudes, and then I want to step up and start dispelling him. Guess I should probably train a little more necromancy, huh? I take it to 10, it's basically free. Translate nickname, don't worry, spell it as you want. I was trying to pronounce it, but okay. If you were to, I tell you, if you were to write the original Cyrillic, I could make a pretty good attempt, I think, at pronouncing it from that. Okay, that's a disto weapon. I don't need to carry that around. Identify. I'm not a communist, I just happen to know how to pronounce Cyrillic because I was learning Russian for a while. Okay, Ancient Lich without the MR plus ring on still has a 2% chance to tag me with MR attacks, so that's a shame. But we're getting up there. Turnip coin. Kruger is in Nightmare on Elm Street. Ah, I see. Huh. That's interesting. Our resident Russian Karl Marx is here to save the day. One of our resident Russians, anyway. Hey, look at this big pile of fellas here. My instinct is to MO them, but you know what? I've been so liberal with my application of of immolate that it's I've run out. I want to kill this demonologist so these guys die. All these really nasty greater demons he summoned. Now let's lamp down here. Yeah, I didn't want to face off against a Hell Sentinel, not really. Also, you know what? I should be casting regen. Do I have regen? Surely I have regen. Yeah, I do. I need to memorize that. That's a little contam. That's okay. It's okay if I get mutated. I have 10 potions to mutate. Let's just start walking off. Spells are a little easier to cast but less powerful. Well, I don't want that. Take that off. I should learn Enter Flame. Should I? Kind of late in the game for that. I guess I could. I guess I have like a million spell levels, so. Hey, we can tab a little bit. Free reusable MO scroll. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it only targets one thing, but I see where you're coming from. It's pretty good. I don't hate the spell. In fact, I think it's great. I just I think its main use comes from comboing it with Sticks to Snakes in the early game and the mid game. Am I training unarmed? Yep. Training unarmed and necromancy right now. But our strength is only 11, so our unarmed combat is not doing a whole lot. I'm going to blow this guy up. Okay. LRD, the metal wall. 45% chance only to get enter fire on one of these archers. 62 on that dude. Take him out. Ouch. Lightning rod to finish these guys. Not bad. Let's go up. Stat format's base UC damage, it's true. But I mean, strength really does help quite a lot. I mean, when you have really high base damage, what you want is to have high strength to go along with that. Now we have this strength plus 6 ring that we're cheesing, but does stat form add GDR? Yep. Stat form adds, I believe, the exact same amount of GDR as a plate mail. I can check on that for you, though. Here in a second. Okay, check this out. We're going to ice blast these boggarts. Yeah, strength helps all melee weapons. It just, if you have more base damage, it helps more. So it does really well on things with a huge base damage like large rocks or triple crossbows, weirdly enough. Two-handed weapons, and especially unarmed combat where your base damage just gets to be outrageous. Does stat form add GDR? Yeah, GDR 3... Statue form has 39% GDR. There's another chart somewhere. Okay, actually I lied. Statue form has... No. Plate has 39 and statue form has 39, so it is exactly what I said. So it's really good. Among the highest. He really mashed that crossbow trigger. Yeah, it is fairly dumb, I'm not gonna lie, that crossbows are affected by strength. Like with a bow it makes sense because it could be like a, you know, like in D&D, like a composite longbow, or in real life where it's like the English longbowmen were able to punch through steel plate just because of they were just monstrously strong individuals who could pull back on the thing really pull back on the string really hard. Actually, fun fact, the French used to cut off two fingers from captured English longbowmen. So, like from across the battlefield, they'd point their 2 fingers at the French as a sort of insult. Like, haha, I still have my fingers, and I'm going to kill you with them. Interesting little piece of history there. Strength used to only affect crossbow speed. See, that actually, I could see that making sense, you know, because you have to pull back on it quickly to load it again. I mean, on the other hand, I don't care because it's like realism is not a thing that you really want to strive for in roguelikes unless you want to fall down a very ugly and endless rabbit hole. Yeah, I'd rather things worked uniformly as well. Check it out. I bought this scroll of acquirement for about 630 gold. The average gold acquirement is about double that, and even the median is still more than that. So I think we just acquire gold. But then again, what does this character need? Jewelry, maybe? I think we're gonna gamble. It's gamble time. Well, we gambling. Okay, we gambled and we won. We won about 800 gold on top of our initial 600, 1410. Arguably ranged combat should use dex for damage. Yeah, I absolutely agree, doesn't he? And honestly, I think I would be open to changing that. Because, I mean, as you say, dex does not have much of a purpose other than getting a point or two in the early game if you're trying to streak and you really want to be able to not die to adders. But aside from that, you're just kind of wasting your stat gain. You would always get gold unless you purchased the acquirement, and I mean at that point, if the acquirement, if you paid more for it than the average, then you might be less inclined to do so. But yeah, in general, that's absolutely true. I like this crystal floor. Pretty cool. Oop, I don't have demissile up. There we go. Hey, Man noticed it too. It's a big deal on a Spriggan. Some characters you can get by walking around without it up even if you have it, but this is not really one of them. It'll punish you real quick. One of the saddest things about demissile is that, so I cast that while I was in stat form. I didn't mean to do that. The spell power on my demissile is actually lower than it could be on account of the fact that I have Arc Magi on, but that's not on when I'm in stat form, right? So I actually have no way to turn this demissile off without drinking a cancellation potion. There's no like end demissile. So I'm just stuck with a lower spell power demissile. Doesn't really matter, I just thought I'd point that out as a sort of an oversight in the game. Or I could just like stand next to a Yaktar for a really long time. But who wants to do that? Hey, we got shafted onto this floor, but I'm just kind of doing it anyway. Alright, fellas. Alright, fellas. That's... wow, okay. Stat form. What am I doing? Theoretical Optimal Man wants to do that, that's true. Speaking of Theoretical Optimal Man, I'm doing a bad job of emulating him right now. Let's heal wounds. Let's lamp. I thought I could just... I got excited, I was like, oh, I'll just kill these guys with the crystals, and then I took way too much damage, basically. I was not even in stat form, and I just thought I could sort of drop a nuclear bomb on their heads, but no, not really. Gotta remember I'm a Spriggan. I'm a Spriggan in a robe. Didn't Demise invent Theoretical Optimal Man, or am I thinking of somebody else? Yeah, this is so great. It's crystal LRD action. It's overpowered is what it is. To be honest, I should probably train some more Earth. We have evasion +5, wow. It's not a Demise meme. We should be immune to Ancient Liches really soon. Maybe one more level, maybe two. I know that Spriggans get it really soon. In a readme or a tavern. Sounds like a tavern thing, to be honest. Alright, it's time to do slime. If I put on Ring of Phasing, absolutely a Great Orb can't touch me, so I don't need Pro Magic in here. I do need our core though. So the real question is, do I want my EV +8 more than I want Strength +6? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, that is, man, that sounds like a good, that sounds like a good philosophy. Because Theoretical Optimal Man will always find a way to make your game not fun, which is why some of the arguments, some of the philosophy behind mainline crawl really do fall flat, because I mean there's no way to combat Theoretical Optimal Man. You know, he'll find a way, trust me. He'll find a way to be extremely tedious. That's just the nature of the beast. So the idea of trying to fight that has always struck me as sort of Don Quixote-esque. Yeah, it does lead us to exploration traps. In fact, I would go so far as to say it's impossible to make a fun game if you're spending too much time thinking about what theoretical optimal man does. Okay, we're going to really rely on irradiate. If you're wondering why this screen keeps coming up, it's because I'm pressing Z and then capital A, and I usually do it incredibly fast when I'm playing, but the lag is sort of catching it and thinking I'm just doing capital A and never pressing Z. Yeah, exactly, Rogue Shenanigans. That's the thing, is like the true comedy, the comedy of what they're doing is that, and it's also the tragedy, is that, well, theoretical optimal man is having a grand old time. You know, he's not like suffering. You know, he's enjoying the tedium. If you want to like use LRD to cut through the walls and you know, painstakingly dig a tunnel, like why not, dude? Well, the most fun stuff is never optimal in just about any game. Look at that duelist game I was playing a while back, the card game. You know, there's a lot of really fun and interesting things in it, but almost none of them are optimal. This is exciting. Sack of spiders. As long as there's no floating eye, I don't care, but there's the floating eye. So, we will fear. Do I want to try to duke it out with this? Hey, Irie, how you doing? Nice. Man, this is a little rough. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I know I really don't want to be in stat form, if I'm being honest. Floating eye found camouflage. Yeah, he was hiding on the staircase for a minute there. The only reason I'm sticking around here is that I want to I want to take out this shining eye. Let me take a look up here. Is there another downstairs? There's a hatch. I don't know, man. Easiest thing is to kill this stuff. How can I do it? Is Malign available, by the way? Just curious. No. I could cast Summon Forest. That would be a step in the right direction. I could just pull this dude up and kill him, but then I'm risking mutations from the Shining Eye. I'm going to cast Summon Forest. Okay. Okay, so the eye is still... Is he running? Yeah, he's still running. He's fleeing. And he's not even charged up, so that's great. There's an awful lot of crap coming for me, though. If there was no floating eye, and if you know, Dissolution here couldn't summon more floating eyes, this would be perfect. But given the situation, it's actually not great. I don't know. I don't know what the move here is. If the floating eye runs away into one of these trees, by the way, he'll just die probably. So it's not as bad as it looks, but I don't know. Leave slime and never come back. No meme. No, we're not doing that. I could just like smash the shining eye here. Oh yeah, all the stairs do lead to dissolution. Well, then we have to solve this now, don't we? Well, in that case, we're going to haste right now. Should have done that immediately. Can't believe I didn't notice that all the stairs don't lead to anywhere other than right here. I mean, look at how fast he's getting his ass beaten by my spiders. He's almost dead. He's not clowning around. He's just busy getting clowned. Let's well hell, let's just make more spiders, right? Reach out of the bag, you see a puff of smoke, and things crawl out. Hell yeah. Alright. To be honest, I could probably walk up and irradiate him if I wanted to. But that's silly, that'll kill my friends. I think I'll lightning rod to kill this blob. There's still no more floating eyes, and it's just this one that's... he's still afraid, he's running away, that's cool, so... just keep on keeping on. Take this guy out, now I can't take damage. And now, what's-his-face is dead. Remember, always that sacks of spiders are amazing. Oh, let's go this way. Thank you, man. I'm just gonna, make a few more box beasts. I sure wish that guy would get closer so I could... oh wait, no, I can get him. Here we go. Ah. Yeah, there he is. I'm going to Ice Blast him. There we go. I made a slightly incorrect movement there. Still have an enormous number of dudes coming for me, but I have allies as well, so we'll just LRD to finish these guys off. No, I don't think Spider Sacks can pop out an Emperor Scorpion. That's a cool idea, though. Utter annihilation of Leo. Yeah, Battail was having none of what Leo was selling today. But I mean, that's basically how I felt when he tried to tell me that I should use a falchion on a human Abyssal Knight. Let's just punch this guy to death. Should be fine. We're hasted. He's paralyzed. Well, petrified. Come on. I'm going to actually end transformation so I can act faster. And then we'll LRD this. And you know what I should have been doing is BVCing. We have a Leo response. Is it good? Is it choice? The ultimate Chad. He really does never back down, which is, it's often a good trait. I mean, to be honest, in life, having an absolutely irrational self-confidence can annoy people, but it's better than having an irrational lack of confidence, you know? And there are tons of people that have that. There are about 1 billion people in the world who are perfectly competent individuals, but they have that, what's that goofy thing called? Imposter syndrome? You know, they, and it's like, I'm not making fun of these people because it's just so common, it's a common problem, but they'll be like educated, competent, productive type people, and they think that they don't deserve any of the things that they've gotten in life. You know, so it's like, which is going to impact your life in a worse way? Being irrationally self-confident or thinking that you're not worth anything? I will say that it's like extremely obnoxious when it's paired with someone who consummately refuses to learn anything. But, I mean, if you compare that with an actual willingness to learn, then it's probably not so bad. That was another floating eye, by the way. Irrational self-confidence is good only if you're not arrogant. That's a fair point. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that it's, I'm not saying it's good in all instances. I'm just saying that it can be more of a, an asset than perhaps some people realize. Look at me getting contaminated. Leo is a national treasure. Sure someone treasures him. Yeah, I mean, being confident or even being egotistical is not necessarily like shattering or whatever for your personality, but being arrogant is a big problem because that prevents you from growing as a person, and that could be something as trivial and meaningless as, like, I don't know, a video game like Dungeon Crawl, or it could be your actual job that you're refusing to get better at because you think you know it all. So it's, I don't know, man. It can be an issue. Now, I thought that he originally thought that, was using fsim as the Faucian, as the sort of argument. Like, he was like, oh, well, you didn't even know the fsim worked out this way or that way. And then I had to patiently explain to him that fsim doesn't cover all the scenarios. Also, doesn't he? I've seen some of your code. You're good. You gotta emulate my hero and savior, Leo Littlebook. Develop some of that irrational self-confidence. Don't you want to be more like Leo? Yeah, doesn't he? He's a good programmer. He's submitted a lot of stuff to DCSS, actually. They treat him like crap, but nonetheless, he has contributed quite a bit to this game. Bug fixes, significant portion of the library system, some other stuff. 26 viewers, hell yeah. Thank you, Irie. Yeah, I mean, I am happy to see my numbers coming up. I mean, I don't know, just doing it, just streaming every day seems to have helped a lot so that people know exactly when they can find me. Honestly, I'm surprised that there are so many watching DCSS, but I'm not going to complain, you know. Although I think if I started playing a different game, it wouldn't necessarily translate. Should get into other roguelikes. The most watched DCSS Twitch person, that's true. Well, one of the big things that draws people to the stream, I think, is the fact that I'm doing this world record streak. You know, for all the hate or whatever it's gotten in RLG from a few loudmouths, it's, I mean, it is an interesting activity, I think. It's a, no, 4chan. It's just the roguelikes thread. Why are people hating on it? I don't think it's people, I think it's persons, singular. Yeah, any sort of big goal is neat. It wouldn't have to be streaking, it could be turn count, but I mean, I really like streaking because there's a very clear goal that's, you know, it's like the absolute best in the world, and there's no there's no really denying that whether you have the title or not. It's very objective. It's like, did you get the wins in a row or did you not get the wins in a row? You know. Uh-oh, got memed on a little bit here. We could take this hatch down, but you know, I think I'm more inclined to magic map this. I kind of figured this would lead roughly where I need to go, and it does. I think we can do this in 3 charges. We have 29 dig. We've been very, very lucky with our consumables this game. I'm cutting a path so I can reach... I mean, because the thing is, I led TRJ back here. So, the key to being the best in the world is scything with TT. That's the key to making Envy and Alf happy. But I doubt I'm the best in the world at that either. Considering that, well, at least Alf has a girlfriend. I don't know about Envy. No, different. It's the thing is on that site. It's like the different threads. They die reasonably quickly. So, wow, I meant to dig, not use my lamp of fire. But there was this guy kind of freaking out about it the other day. What was it that he said? He said he said that the streak doesn't count unless I win in under 50,000 turns for 3-rune games, or under 100,000 turns in 15-rune games. And it was clear it was someone talking that like knows nothing about DCSS. But I remember reading that post and just laughing, because it's like, people are always trying to do that with any kind of challenge. And it's not just DCSS, it's absolutely in any game or competitive anything. They're trying to move the goalposts like, oh, well, what you didn't count, you know. And it's, well, it was comical to me because, I'm gonna drink a potion of mutation here. I don't want that minus ent. There we go. Wow, we're robust. Let's try to keep that. The 315 rune MiBe guy. I remember him. That was probably the best Reddit post of all time. It's like, I am an expert at playing MiBe. Well, okay. Did we ever determine if that dude was for real or not? I remember that Demise took the bait on him so hard, as Demise often does, and got into this just like hilariously vitriolic slap fight with this dude in public. And I'm not really the right person to make fun of that, because obviously I've gotten into a few slap fights on Reddit, but I don't know, it was just funny to watch because, damn dude, another floating eye. Okay, he's fully charged, but I can survive being petrified here, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna ice blast this guy. It'll probably work. He's dead, good. There's no way he was for real. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Leo Littlebook is for real. You just never know, man. Well, I suspect he was exaggerating. I bet it was more like 20. By real, did you mean genuine and not a fake troll, man? Yeah. Yeah, I mean like he genuinely believes what he's saying, rather than just kind of taking the piss, so to speak. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, he was totally, I think that was like, I think he probably believed in terms of like, he had those opinions, but the 300 thing, of course, that was just an exaggeration to prove his point. People lie. Honestly, this is one of the funniest things about watching people argue on the internet, is like whenever there is, thank you, Irie, whenever there's like a factual sort of, an argument that demands a certain amount of credentials, one thing that people do a lot is they'll just fabricate it. They'll be like, oh, well, I did that, and if you can't prove it one way or the other, it's like you kind of have to accept it. And that's one of the reasons I actually have a lot of respect for Leo, even if the things he says are like pretty absurd, is the fact that he doesn't pretend to have wins that he doesn't have. He just goes in the other direction and says having wins doesn't matter, which is sort of asinine in its own way, but he's not a liar, you know? You gotta give him that. There's perhaps no worse trait than being a liar, and he's not one of those, so I have to respect him. Yeah, me too, Rogue Shenanigans. Oh, that sucks, King Deathrave. Although, to be fair, I got shafted in front of 2 Orc Priests on this streak, and I didn't lose it. So, play it out, man. You might make it. It's Telly. TRJ's coming and I'm not ready. Damn, the blob didn't die. Used to be a compulsive liar, but now I've come clean. Well, good for you, Ari. Good for you. It's one of the best changes that people can make in their life, really. Okay, I'm using sack of spiders because I just don't want to get mutated. Oh, damn. Okay, good. The redback actually bit the royal jelly, but the royal jelly didn't pop out any friends, so... See, man, that would actually, I think, annoy me even more than a clever liar, because it's like, I would have this weird reaction, like I would just assume that the person is like, do you think I'm that dumb that I'm going to believe this terrible lie? You can't interflame summoned things, and I think that the spiders count as summoned. But you know what? I'm gonna check on that. Yeah, they do count as summoned. See the little purple? See the little purple there? Purple orb at the top left of the tile? Well, rogue shenanigans. I have this problem where I basically assume that everyone in the world is exactly the same amount of smart and exactly the same amount of capable, and I know that's not true. So it's like when I have trouble putting myself in other people's shoes. That's one of my weaknesses. And Battelle diagnosis confirmed. I realize it's not making me look good in terms of what Battelle said about me, but you know what? I maintain that he's wrong. Can interflame sticks to snakes, but not spiders. Yeah, sticks to snakes are weird because they don't count as summoned. I guess because you have to turn a real thing into the snake, so I don't know. It's one of those realism things that's in the game for no discernible mechanical reason. I can't complain because it's really damn fun to explode snakes, but it does seem a little bit overpowered sometimes. All right, we are hasted. We're going to agi. I'm going to take a step. We're going to net him. We're going to might. Do I even want to go stat form? I do want to go stat form. I'm just not doing it yet because that slows me down like crazy. I don't have any phantom mirrors. That was a mistake. I should have bought one. Yeah, no, Talus. I know that's true, but I really want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know. Okay, let's make another. Okay, that's good. Put him in a net. I kind of wanted that shock beast to show up over here, but this is fine. The spiders will last. We'll go stat form now, and we're going to punch. He goes down. Well, he's not down yet. Let's get the net on him again just to be sure. He's down. Some strength. Man, look at these primal beasts. 20 evocations goes a long way, you guys. Oh, hey. Thanks for the follow, Cerno. Much appreciated. Yeah, primal beasts are just outrageous. I mean, anybody who thinks that evocations is not really strong, think again, man. It's perhaps the best skill in the game. Can't use it to win by itself, and I think that's where a lot of newer players go wrong, is they want to train things that you can just sort of use to take down every fight. Then they run out of wands and they're like, well, what do I do? That's not what evocations is. It's just like, it's like a way to get more out of your consumables. And in a sense, it's a way to get more consumables, period, because some of your consumables are outright useless, or close to useless without having evokes. You know, for example, box of beasts, the larval beasts are just crap. You know. Also, we have we have Hellfire here, the Arbalist, now called Damnation, but it should be called Hellfire. It is tempting to grab. I am wearing a crown because I am the king of the Spriggans. The crown of Dyrovipriva. Dyrovipriva. It's a good item. No, that crossbow can spawn anywhere. It can even spawn in that cool little place in vaults where there's like a ton of crossbows. Ring of teleportation, huh? No thanks. There's sticks to snakes. Let's get that. That means I have to start picking up arrows again. It's well worth it though. You need bolts actually for the arbalest. I don't think I'm going to use it though, because the thing is that it's two-handed, and I'm wearing a buckler, and it's just... I mean, it would be fun, but revamping this character to go for that is just unnecessary, you know? I wonder how many bolts are even available. 1,184. Yeah, I mean, it would be a lot of fun. If somebody wanted to bribe me into using that for the rest of the game, I would, but otherwise I just, I think I'd rather just go my usual path, you know? Can already win at this point. Yeah, we're very close. We're certainly very close to winning, that's for sure. Okay, we're back to lair. Back to dungeon. I need to drop some things. First of all, I need to look. Am I immune to ancient liches yet? Not yet. So we'll put on pro magic instead of our core. My pure untainted streak watching experience. Have no fear, rogue shenanigans. Everything will be okay. I don't actually like Wormbane. The base damage is very low on that. Okay, I was gonna drop Ligma is what I was gonna drop. That's an item I don't need. Make sure we're not picking those up again. Yeah, Wormbane is fun. I mean, absolutely, it does some fun things for you. But I mean, it's a very strange character that wants to use it for actual offense and not just for the resistances. I need to find my big pile of arrows. It's like 600 somewhere. There it is, it's in snake. Remember when Anti-Dragon was a brand? Well, I mean, it effectively still is, it's just only on Wormbane. And that perhaps is the biggest sin that Wormbane has to offer, is that the brand it's not really important, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just bad against everything that is truly dangerous in the game. I mean, except for, like, Tiamat, I guess. If you want to kill Tiamat with Wormbane, then more power to you. But otherwise, it's not doing a whole lot for you offensively. But it is fast, and the bonus damage is pretty good. My dead Draconians, remember? Petition to bring back racial equipment. I don't know, that stuff was kind of trash. Alright, where do you guys want to go? We could do Vaults 5 now. I've done Crypts, I've done Slime. I mean, we're just about ready to win the game. So, I do want to do Vaults 5, but it's always questionable. It's always questionable on a Spriggy. We do have a hatch, so that's cool. And we have all this, you know, billions and billions of, you know, potions and scrolls and whatnot. So let's go down. Let's do stat form here. We're attacking pretty fast in stat form now. Go up. Well, for now we're going to do the usual plan, which is to go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up. Also, I should make sure that demissile is on. No, I don't need to go into depths, I don't think. I might buy some shops, actually. Actually, one second here. I need to take care of something real quick. All right, sorry about that. My phone was buzzing. But anyway, yeah, bookshops for Malign Gateway. I could possibly buy some. Not in stat form. What do you don't want to? You don't want me to be in stat form for Vaults 5 here? We're fine, I think. That was insanity? No, we're fine. Here, let me show you. So go back into stat form, go down. This is totally fine. Like, it looks like there's a lot of stuff, but stat form gives me my AC and my GDR, right? So all these dudes swing on me. How much damage is that really? 20 damage a guy plus their weapon? That's not that much that's even possible. I wasn't in stat form. I went into stat form before they could do damage to me. When you go down into a floor for the first time, you have time to make a move. The very first thing I did was go into stat form. Although I guess, to be fair, my stat form is 1% fail rate, so I could have failed. I wasn't in stat form when I came back up. I'm calling shenanigans. I don't think that's the case. Anyway, let's just go down, go up, go down, go up, and clear this thing. I did fail? Alright. I've decided to look. Did that actually happen? Because I didn't take any damage, is the weirdest thing. Is it way up here? This is it. I miscast stat form. Goddamn, you are correct. Wow. I should not play quite so quickly. Okay, I stand corrected. Pay attention, don't die. Could I have died there? Yeah, I probably could have died there. Thank you. Well, no, not just EV, but also my SH. I do have 11 SH, which is meaningful. More than you might think. But yeah, that was a bad fault. Let's go up. No wardens yet. And honestly, with so many dudes around, dragons are no big deal. They can't really shove me off if there's stuff there. Same as an 8-headed Hydra. Well, this character could probably tank an 8-headed Hydra, to be honest. Okay, we'll go up. This is going very well so far. You know, no wardens to stop me, so really good stuff. There's a warden. Let's go up. Actual base damage. Yeah, I guess 18's not that much per head. Although it's almost the same as a guard. But the guards have weapons too. Okay, we might get... Okay, I was going to say we might get locked in, but we didn't. Now, we only have 3 scrolls of blinking, but that should be sufficient if things go badly. And honestly, the way things are going, we should be just fine. I mean, wow. Alright, we'll go down now. They locked the doors. They locked the doors, but here's the thing. This dude is right next to me. So we can just irradiate his dumb ass. Down he goes, come back up. Yeah, Marjorie's no big deal. Easy mode, alright. Go back into stat form, go down. Go back up. That lich is a little worrying. Of course, so was the Annihilator. Any kind of LCS is pretty scary for this dude. But remember, D-missile. LRD is such a Chad. It really is, Irie. It really is, man. It is outrageously strong. I mean, the thing is, we've gotten pretty lucky insofar as our Vaults 4 happens to be the Crystal Walls Vault 4. So we're doing giga damage when we pull things up here if we decide to use LRD. But at the same time, Radiate does just fine. Anyway, we have a bit of a problem. So Jobo has shown up and is owning me. Just blew me away. Blew me right off the staircase. So Jobo and an Ancient Boy. For sure, I think we want to haste. Tell is also an option, but I think we haste first. We don't have ammo, by the way, which is silly because there's one available on Volts 4. I just didn't pick it up. Not sure how it is that I forgot to turn ammo on for pickup permanently, but I didn't. I could blink onto the staircase. First, I tell you what we're going to do is we're going to blink away. Too much stuff could happen here. No, tell is fine in here. It's not bad. Turn ammo on in your RC file. I should do that, man. Maybe message me on Discord at some point with the line to do that, because I've been meaning to do that for a while. Yeah, teleport would be totally okay in here, I think. I sure wish I had clouds. That'd be pretty sick right now. Alright. Probably have time to take out something, and it's going to be this Reaver if possible. That didn't work at all. Maybe one more? Yeah, we got him. Cool. Should have had regen going this whole time, but we have it now. Made a good bit of damage, made a good bit of noise there actually. Let's pop an Ambrosia real quick. That wasn't bad. Am I stealthy? No. No, I'm not. Amplifier is a good idea right here, actually. Trying to make my way to the corner. LRD is pretty loud. We can always tell it again. It's no big deal. This shapeshifter spooks me a bit. Hey, give me that phantom mirror. Ah, really? A ghost moth? But yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how badly noise carries in here from the corners. It's kind of wild. You can make a ton of noise back here and usually be okay. It's the center where you want to be worried. But nevertheless, I really like to do as much in the center as possible. Alright, buddy. This has successfully annoyed me enough that I want to tell it again. Oh, he's right here. Damn it. Alright, we're going to lamp. I'm going to swing on him, actually. Let's punch him in the face until he's dead. There we go. Mirrored Shapeshifter would just sort of start in that form and then probably shapeshift again if he was so inclined. Wouldn't it be cool for a roguelike to have a thing like where you start with a quarterstaff +0, chant it up to +4, you can turn it into a magical quarterstaff item with special properties? Huh. Yeah, no, that'd be interesting. There are roguelikes that let you mess around with items and sort of quasi-item creation type stuff, and that is an interesting mechanic. I don't know if it belongs in Crawl, but I mean, there are some forks that have flirted with things kind of sort of like that. The biggest one I can think of is Archaeologist in Xcrawl, where you like start with a box and it becomes an unrand later on. It's not really quite the same thing, but... Oh, right, I have Dispel Undead, don't I don't think Archaeologist is overpowered, because, I mean, the hardest part of the game is the early game, and Archaeologists are not very good at it, so it's really not bad. Then again, I don't remember if they still start with, like, all the Ox slots. If that's true, then it is overpowered, probably. Your AC is, like, outrageous. Might be thinking of something else, I don't know. Enchant armor. Don't need that. I only played like the super early version in Xcrawl. I don't know what bhauth has done with it in bcrawl lately. Any Gozag character basically has guaranteed unrand access if they want it. That's true. You buy enough shops, you'll get some unrands. They still get big AC. Yeah, if I was going to do it, I'd probably nerf their early game a bit more. Make them like really crappy monks. So it's like you gotta fight through that bad early game to enjoy to enjoy the late game where you get that unrand for sure. They don't get all the slots? Oh, I thought they did. Start with a whip like Indiana Jones. They get a whip as they should. Yeah, that's awesome, man. The unfortunate thing about Archaeologist is that some of the unrands are really crappy. So it's like you can get kind of boned. You know, you find Snakebite and you're like, wow, gee, thanks. I unlocked this right about the time it's becoming useless. Yeah, you can get truly amazing stuff too. I would take shield resistance. Oh, they brought back the Sticky Flame Scimitar? Doesn't Teal be happy about that? I think you can get literally any unrand. Pretty sure. Just about done with Vaults 5. Okay, we have unarmed up to 20. I'm going to start training Earth now. We are going to get Shatter online. I think. We're going to try to. Iron Shot, not available. I swear there was something else. Oh yeah, Malign Gateway I was looking for, but just haven't found it. So yeah, training Earth, you know, if I am not able to get Shatter online, it's still going to do some things for me, you know. It's going to make my stat form have more AC. It's going to make my LRD do more damage. It's going to make VSEE do more damage, and probably last longer, I think. You know, it's doing stuff for me, so it's fine. And if I can get Shatter online, I can have a much faster, more straightforward depths, although I don't think that's going to happen. It's not enough time. Anyway, that was Vaults 5. Actually, you know what? There's yeah, there's no way. Let's train dodging instead. Take that to 27. Just become more of a tank. Nice. Now hopefully we don't get too many massive depths floors. Actually, come to think of it, check this out. I want to wear this RF plus ring. Ancient Liches can't affect us even without Pro Magic. That's amazing. That's amazing. So now we have, yep, now we have RF++. Very good. And another 6 strength. Honestly, I could wear EV +5 instead of RF plus and strength +6, but I think the strength helps me quite a bit in melee, so we're going to stick with that. Also, NG Matt, I don't think the Robe of Misfortune exists anymore. Maybe in B-Crawl, though. Oh, yeah, we're tabbing. Look at this. Tab, 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 tab. Alright, I have to bust a little irradiate out. Robo Misfortune. Does sound like an anime name. No, the robe. The Robe of Misfortune. Come on. Okay, fine. We're gonna lamp you and proceed to fail, but that's okay. We can lightning. Oh, it's a fighting game, very Western. Okay. I don't really know a lot about it. I've heard people talking about it a while back. A waifu anime, and that's that. Yeah. I've decided. Alright, so that was 1 floor of depths. We already went from 15 dodging to 17 dodging. Pretty cool with that 4 aptitude. I could dump myself into Ziggurat for a little while, but I just don't think I need to. Hey, Waifu Gate, that's right. You got an issue? Got an issue with my stat form? I'll look up rings real fast. Yeah, okay. Haven't missed anything. Oh man, this is a really big, obnoxious depths floor. But hey, we can tab now. We can tab real hard. My EV is just flying upwards. In fact, are we Octane? We might be Octane. 23 AC, 51 EV, 10 more EV. We're going to get it. It's going to be sweet. They took my D-missile away. Put it back up, keep tabbing. Yeah, I mean, what's basically happening here is I'm tabbing until I get stopped and then I start irradiating. Oh, I didn't get there. I think I got there, and then it's like somehow I lost a mutation or something that dropped my AC by 1. I don't know. We'll see. I have Shaolin on this character, so somehow I think I'm going to get there, but maybe I won't. Whoa. Okay. That is a floating eye, but he's not charged up. So we blow him up with LRD. We have 5 on a ring, but I'd rather have strength +6 than another RF plus, considering that clowns can give me RF minus, so I'd like to have RF plus in Zot at a minimum these days. And the strength +6 it just makes me better. You know. Hey, buddy. Floating eye. Hit the meme number, yeah. Okay, I don't want to have to deal with that guy. fact, I want to keep swinging, because when I swing, I take less time to do things, even in stat form. Wow. Actually, we're going to keep training fighting, at least up to 21. I think that'll make it so I'm consistently attacking at speed 1. Oh, never mind. I'm doing a variety of 0.9 to 1, so that's fine. Stat form is an actual problem on Spriggan, sort of. Best defenses in the game. Doesn't he deserve it, though? I mean, think about it. Subverts the point of them. Well, you, to be fair, your Earth magic is -1. I guess it is really easy to get stat form online. Well, I mean, one thing that honestly confuses me is, like, why do Spriggans even have a +3 transmutations aptitude? Seems a little odd. I guess it's because they're supposed to be like fairies of the forest. Or whatever. Right, I don't know where that floating guy went. I suspect that he was a shapeshifter that I already killed at some point in that ensuing melee. Hey fellas. Gonna immolate. Gonna lamp. Nice. I'm going to acid, because like I was saying the other day, caustic strikes are not resistant to acid. Wow, there's so many. Are there any monsters that transmute at all? In the game? By Susan changes forms, I guess. Not sure if that's really what you were looking for. And shapeshifters, yeah. This is about 1 billion Shreks. Wow. And yet, without our core, I'm still owning them. I don't even know if I want to put our core up. I just want to keep slamming them with attacks. LRD is good. Alright, it's time to tally. Just to be sure. And we're going to explode this. Nice. We killed almost all the Shreks. That was amazing. Having such a good fight against so many Shreks feels quite nice. But having amazing EV will do that to you. Can't corrode that, baby. Oh, I noticed, Senshi. Thank you, though. I always appreciate it when people say that, because sometimes I miss it. That time I didn't, but sometimes I do. Alright, so that MO reminded me that I want to go find the other MOs real quick. Also, we just found, I don't know if you guys saw in the flash there, I just found Malign. Yep. That is right, Rogue Shenanigans. I don't know if I have the spell levels for it, but we probably have a lot of amnesia at this point. Alright, there it is. 2 ammo. Not enough spell levels from Line. We would need 4 more. But we have 7 amnesia. Okay. We're not using Conjure Flame anymore. Huh. Not using Confusing Touch anymore. There's Malign Gateway. Summonings is only 8.5. I could take that to 10 pretty easily if that's the cost, 8.5. T-Lokes, 9.5. Take that to 15. Am I ever going to cast Shatter? Probably not. That was a pipe dream. I had that idea and then I realized it would probably be online by like Zot 5 if I'm lucky, even with all the experience in here. And I decided not to go for it because I'd rather have AC, or I mean EV from dodging. However, Malign I actually do want to get online. It's just too damn good, and it's so close is the thing. Crackle of Arcane Power, hello. Cross your fingers for a good one. It's Pandemonium. WizLab's off to the west, I see it. Alright. Just lamp and go to work on the Enchantress. The Fairy Dragon Scales are never good. No, once in a while they're pretty good, but it's been a long time since I've seen a good one. +4 RC plus R core, that's not terrible. Wow. Just almost got wrecked by an Etten. Okay. Get that regen back up. Tell you, I'm going to feel really good in a few games, or next game rather, when I get to play a troll in gigantic dragon armor. You know, that's going to be pretty sweet. That way I don't have to rely on stat form. And I'll have massive, massive hit points. And I won't be attacking slowly. Alright, have we made it to the WizLab in time? We're going to find out pretty soon. Stat form kind of slowed me down a bit. I could have run here, but here we go. Zoggledrock. Alright, this is sort of barely worth doing, but it's fine. We might find some good stuff in here. We'll get gold, at least, from killing all the popcorn. Try to remember to LRD the champions, you know. See how Zoggledrock fares against us, or whatever his name is. I guess he just is called Antique Lich. Doesn't have a name, but I think he's supposed to be Zoggledrock. What does he have again? Oh yeah, he's like a regular Lich where he's got different spell books. Poison Arrow, huh? That's an easy one. Dispel him to death, easy. We already found Zoggledrock, so we get a double sword instead. It's a +9 double sword with RC minus and int +7 on it, and it's holy. If that didn't have RC minus, that would be worth wearing for the int, but as it stands, it's not. Time to do extended. I know, right? Hey, Spellforged. Spellforged Servitor. Not that we'd be casting it, but we could get that online for fun. Okay. Tab through the rest of these depths floors, and then we'll dive up. We'll take the orb and we'll win. We have about 1 billion gold. So, yeah, Spellforged would be casting LRD. I don't think Spellforged can cast Irradiate. That would be hilarious if he could, though. I mean, imagine that. Yeah, we do have much better things to train. Oh, this is harsh. Okay, there we go. We're just not much of a melee guy. I mean, we're very strong, but typically I could just smash through stuff with tab at this point, and I'm having to stop more often than I would expect for 38 AC 45 EV. Not that I'm complaining, the character is extremely powerful, just a little surprised. Not sure why. We'll get there though. Okay, time to go. Nice floating ice shapeshifter. Very cute. Oh, I know why it is. It's the same problem with any Spriggan. It's the fact that I don't have a shield. I have a buckler. And with this low of SH, I'm not experiencing the true the true majesty of shields, am I? There's no real way to solve that problem either, unless I were to, I suppose, go TSO for Divine Shield, but that would be silly, wouldn't it? Chad Shield versus the Virgin Buckler, yeah, pretty much. You're next to metal. The Rue Kobold? No, that was a Gozag Kobold, wasn't it? And he was starving a lot of the time because of going Gozag and being carnivorous. So I spent all my gold on I ended up spending all my gold on food. He had a food blog. Oh, I sacked aptitudes? Oh, ugh. Yeah, I remember that. Was that a kobold? Oh yeah, I wanted shields, yeah. Did I end up going shields? I think I did. That sounds like something I would do. That's hilarious. Well, that'll go to show exactly how much I appreciate the wonders of shields. No, it wasn't -3 to all aptitudes. It was that I ended up at -3 because of, I think it's only -1 to all aptitudes, which is bad enough, to be honest. You know, very, very rough. I'm gonna buy some more paralysis. These rings are not that interesting. They would be on another character, but not on this one. Actually, we found some stuff. Here's Benevolence. The ultimate null sacrifice. Yeah, I did have to train to 21, didn't I? And I think I actually made it all the way. Hey, let's buy clouds. That's cool. Acid sack box. Boy, we are just geared to the teeth, man. I'm gonna drop amnesia. We're not gonna need to pick those up ever again. I'm gonna go to hell real fast. Throw a net on him, it doesn't work, damn. Dude, okay. Alright, fine. I forgot that I had Val Clutch. And then I used clouds and it gave me this garbage. No, I'm not doing 15 runes, I'm just grabbing the horn, and deeply regretting my shenanigans already. So we are going to blink up here. We're going to dig harm underflow in a non-streak game. Yeah, we should test that. Just whiz-lab it real fast. I'm gonna dig. Yeah, Dazzle Spray is pretty good actually. It's not bad. How is this possible? How did the guy... How did the Hellbeast get behind me? Alright, I don't know, I don't care. I have the horn, we're leaving. STG, you say you're going to do the whiz-lab thing, or the whiz mode. You just have to get an Amulet of Harm and just remove it a ton in 0.223, I guess is the question, is whether it works in 0.23. And just like take it off and put it on, take it off and put it on until your stats, look at your skills actually, like your, you know, the M screen, this one here. And if your skills get to like 60,000, then you know that you've successfully glitched the game. That'd be lame if they hadn't bug fixed patched that in 0.23. Because I mean that's such an easy bug to abuse if somebody really wanted to. And they've known about it for a good long while now. The Amulet of Harm might be the optimal strat then. Of course it is, if you find it early. Still doesn't work on Mumo. Ah, it's true. Although Amulets of Harm didn't work didn't exist, I don't think, in 0.15, which is where the Mumo challenge takes place. So it's a moot point either way. Okay, delightful little entrance ambush here on Depths 5, but we're so close. We're so close to Zot. Tab into Jury, he goes down like a big sack of blood. Oh, I think there's a broom closet. Maybe I should go do that real fast. Explosions. Explosions. Thankfully I didn't get dispelled there. Can you bribe the vestibule? Yeah, all the hells count as just the hells, I think. So you can totally bribe vestibule. Broom closet time. Oh, this isn't a broom closet. This is an Usk vault. Oh god. My god, how horrifying. Are those chaos scythes? No, anti-magic, okay. Extended is kind of a meme. I mean, it's fun to do the first couple of times, but until, or rather after that, you're just like, you just don't want to do it, you know. Yeah, man, I realized that about halfway through that fight. You'll notice I just started hanging out in the clouds. I had forgotten that StatForm gives that to you until I thought about it for a moment. Right, exactly, Rogue Shenanigans. I mean, I think that DCSS does a really, really good job of ending exactly where it does. Exactly at the moment when the player is starting to get bored. And if you try to add extended onto that, it just doesn't work. The only time it becomes interesting, in my opinion, is when you're speed running, and then it might be kind of cool. EXP gain for skills. I think you're going to have to be a little more specific for a question like that. Because I'm not quite sure what you mean. Tomb for Rune 3, don't do that. Alright, that's an interesting little box vault here. What? Rogue Shenanigans, is that a real... That's not a real quote. There's no way. That is not a real quote. That cannot be. Am I going to have to check my Discord real fast to see if he really said that? That's a real quote. No. Oh my god, it is. That is the opening salvo of a shot across the bow in the DCSS channel of my Discord. Oh my god. Battail is the wrong person to engage in one of these arguments. I know this because I tried to, and honestly, on that particular kind of topic, the thing that they're arguing about right now, he will not back down either. So I think we're gonna see a Leo versus Battail battle for quite a while to come, perhaps. It's a really dumb argument. I agree with Battail though, I'll be honest. He's just Benny. He wants the chip. He wants the platinum chip, I see. Can I paralyze clowns? Space Station 13 clowns? I wonder. I'm going to Vald him. Because I'm just curious. Can I do it? 36%. Okay, we'll just irradiate. Whoa, okay. Blinked me. Well, if we're going to play it that way, friendo. Battail, is that not how you say that? It's pronounced Batai. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even, yeah, no, I get it now, okay. Just reading that phonetically the whole time. But yeah, that whole argument is just about the definition of the word trickster. And it's been going on for about 6 hours, I think. Literally, why? Yeah, I know. Well, the archetype of the trickster exists in mythology, right? Everybody has heard of Loki and other mythological things like that, individuals. But basically, Leo's insisting that Nemelix is a trickster god, and Bataille is very, very much against this, and somehow this has become an argument that matters. It probably takes more than 30 times STG. Actually, yes, Leo has been in the stream once or twice. Although he said he's on record saying he prefers watching YouTube, which makes sense. I mean, because he likes to write up these gigantic. He hasn't done it in a while, but he likes to write up these big write-ups about you know, my item profligacy, my consumable attrition is what he calls it. I have to be right. Normies, get out. Ray. Leo quote repository command. I might build a bot, row shenanigans, because you're not the first person who's asked me for that. Like, you just hit exclamation point Leo, and the Leo bot just like says some of his good quotes. Yeah, we need Sigma represented. We need that thing that Rogue Shenanigans actually said a minute ago. The quote. Down to Zot4. Magic map. Dot quote Leo. Oh, interesting. Well, I was just gonna like hard code the best possible quotes though, Irie. Or is that something you can do with Uberbot? I bet Nightbot could do something like that. That's I'm gonna look into that. That's hilarious. Is Leo gonna be a unique mob? I don't think so. Okay, we have bribed. We have bribed Zot 5 and all of Zot, I guess. Wow, did we just one shot? Hell yeah, we just snuck up on a Quicksilver Dragon that was sleeping and just punched him in the head. Somebody call PETA. STG, what you could do is you could probably stand in a permanent negative energy cloud, which would ordinarily kill you, but if you're in Wiz mode, you could make it not do that. Always wields Falchion. Okay, we're marked, I don't care, because we have the bribe up. We're just going to fight from here, clearing out the whole floor. Let's use our first potion petition. This is free. Oh, hey, look, we have like the King Kong, Donkey Kong, best possible potion petition: might, agility, resistance, and haste. I'll take that. What a nice corridor indeed, Irie. Yeah, that was free too. Free as in beer. Didn't get mutated. I guess I can back off a bit. If I'll clutch this guy. Let's just Val clutch the rest of them too again. Wait, I'm not in stat form. That was terrifying. Okay. I should play a little slower while this clown is here. Thank you, Irie. I'll do my best. We're gonna win soon. I assure you. SGG, if you're in Wiz mode and you die, it'll ask you. if you want to die or not, although I guess that could get annoying. I'm sure that there's a way to make your guy just not killable. Assign yourself like 9 billion hit points and then heal yourself. Is that possible, I wonder? Can you give yourself RN minus? Is that possible? I don't think I've heard of such a thing, but maybe in Wiz mode it's possible. Okay, our bribe is weirdly enough not run out. It's a bit surprising to me. Well, you don't want to stop time, do you, doesn't he? Because then you're not taking damage from the clouds, are you? This is annoying. Damn it. Alright, let's fog. Actually, you know what? Let's holy word. I'm not hasted anymore. I should be careful here. There we go. Now. Okay, there we go. He's done. Dispel Undead for the win. Hey, come on, Orb of Fire, do some work. Run that guy up. There you go. I know he's neutral, but come on. Alright. Oh, hi, MiAK. Yeah, that's great. How many magics do we have? 10? Good God, that's a lot. I'm going to blink. I've actually blinked into the end vault. I'm okay with this. Bro, I just want to get my orb. Forget that curse toe. I'm going. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna drink a haste and stop trying to teleport all over the place. Just gonna leave, man. Bye, guys. Hey, Balrog. Bye, Balrog. Time for a comfy Spriggan orb run. Yup. Some smoke demons. And my transformation. Now before we go into depths, here's a fun thing you can do. If I hit the bribe branch button, do you want to bribe the denizens of the realm of Zot? No. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, let me show you guys something. Bribe branch, do you want to bribe the denizens of the realm of Zot? So you can do it downwards, but you can't do it upwards for some reason. That seems like an oversight. But I guess the idea is to stop you from getting ambushed as soon as you walk into a branch. Which is absolutely a thing that happens. Where are you taking me? Probably to the top right. Let's just walk on out of here. We're a Spriggan. We're so fast. I don't need to fool with these fellas. Brimstone Fiend came in as my friend, so did the Panlord. Bye-bye. I always find it hilarious that these guys spawn, the Golden Eyes spawn in Orb Run. It's just like a big middle finger to anybody who's managed to get far enough in the game that they have the orb without having gotten good MR. It's like, surprise, I hope you like being perma-confused on the orb run. Let's just get out of here. Oh, we're in dungeon now. We're gonna, well, first thing we're gonna do is fog, because I don't want to get dispersal. I see that the fog didn't quite work, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and use Bribe Branch now. Should have done that as soon as I got to D15, and wow! Wow, you guys! We just went from D12 to D1 with absolutely nothing happening. That's free as hell. We didn't even need to bribe. Alright. GG. GG. SpWz Gozag is done. Got some really fun games coming up. So I mentioned that the next 3 games, thank you guys by the way, I mentioned that the next 3 games are very easy, very straightforward. This was game number 34. It only says I have 33 games won, but that's just because it hasn't caught up to it yet. We actually have 34 wins now in a row. My personal best, as you can see, is 37. I think that we are guaranteed to surpass that now, because the next 3 games, as I was saying before, are Troll Venom Mage, Gargoyle Berserker, and Troll Air Elementalist. So we're going to have 3 super easy games followed by a very, very hard game, the Felid Conjurer. Yeah, no, NGMat, not to denigrate anybody who would have trouble with these combos, I'm just saying for my level of skill, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, barring really ugly shafts or anything, which could still ruin my day. Yeah, easy compared to the other combos. Certainly easy compared to SpWz or Felid Conjurer or any of those very fragile guys. You're going to see very similar strategies on all 3 of these combos. Although we may not go Trog on these 2 trolls. It's going to be really similar, just a lot of melee. So SpWz is done. Troll Venom Mage is coming up, right? Let's go ahead and start that. Troll Venom Mage. 1 more tonight. I don't know if I can finish the game tonight, but I could spend another hour or so. What time is it? Yeah, we have time for probably a little session if you guys would like me to keep going. You want me to keep going? I don't know, man. I haven't gotten any bits yet. I gotta shill. I'm told that shilling is good for streaming. But let me just make sure I'm picking the right combo. SpWz, Troll Venom Mage. Yep. Okay. All right. Malcolm Rose the Stinger, that title won't last long. Unarmed combat is probably the way to go. Alright, Rook Shenanigans, good night, man. 1 bit. 1 bit. Alright. Thank you. Let me stop the recording here. YouTube people, look forward to Troll Venom Mage next. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.